man with a nice face, sitting over there on the bench, and his wife, and he said to me, "Are you that guitar man from Central Park?" And I said, "Yes, I am." And he said, "You know, I'm from Iowa." I said, "What's your name?" He said, "Ed." I said, "I'm David." "Yeah, I know. My friends came here and they said, if you go to New York City, one thing you have to do is you have to come to the lake in Central Park, and you have to listen to this guy who calls himself that guitar man. You're him?" And I said, "Yes." He said, "What time do you start?" I said, "Well, in about a half hour." And he said, "Oh, we have to go do something." And he says, "But this is great. You just do this, you know?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, "I'm a really lucky man." And he said, "No, you're blessed." And I said, "Well, I prefer to say that I'm a very, very lucky man. But yeah, I'm very fortunate, and I live my life in a place of gratitude all the time." He said, "Well, Jesus has blessed you." And I said, "Okay, that's cool, you know." And but he pushed it. He said, "You understand that, right?" And I said, "Well, I don't know anybody named Jesus." And he said, "Well, you should really think about eternity." So I said, "I do. I've written songs about eternity." In fact, the way I figure it, eternity means, it's so beyond my comprehension. It means there was never a beginning and there never is an end, and that's eternity, right? And he says, "Yeah." I said, "See, I can't even understand that." I said, "But I'm thinking, if I'm in the middle of eternity right now, that's why I'm very rarely in a hurry." And so he's looking at me and he says, "Well, no, after this life, if you don't accept Jesus, you are going to burn in hell for all eternity." Now this is on a sunny day in Central Park. I'm about to start playing, and he tells me I'm gonna burn in hell for all eternity. So I said, "Well, look," I said, "I don't know about me." I said, "I actually like it warm, and I tan very easily." I said, "But I got 4 sisters. I have 4 sisters. 2 of them, one of them is an avowed atheist. Her name is Irene, and one is spiritual like me, but not religious. We figure that spirituality is, well, I would say that religion is for people who are afraid to go to hell, and spirituality is for people who've been there." So, and she feels the same way. So I said, "But here's the thing. My sister Irene years ago learned that the mortality rate for little girls in China is less than 50%. So you know what she did, Ed? Oh, she flew to China and she adopted a little girl and she brought her back, essentially saving the girl's life. And now I have a little niece named Mary Chen. And then my sister, same sister, Irene, the atheist, she learned that there was a horrific situation going on in Ethiopia. So you know what she did? She flew to Ethiopia. This is a single mom, a teacher on Long Island. Flew to Ethiopia and adopted a little girl from Ethiopia and brought her back here. So now I have 2 nieces, Mary Chen and Maron from Ethiopia. And my sister Kathleen was so inspired. She has a little child of her own, but you know what she did? She flew to Ethiopia and adopted a little boy and brought him back to save his life. Then my sister here, Irene, learned that Maron actually had a sister. And she flew back and adopted her sister and brought her back. So now these 2 women have their own little United Nations going. But Ed, what you're telling me is, forget about me, I like it hot. But these 2 women are going to burn in hell for all eternity. And he said, "Yes." And I said, "Okay, Ed, you know, have a nice day. Go to your wedding, whatever it is, you know." And I came up, and so I said, at that moment, I said, I'm going to play, I wrote a song called The Religion Song. And the reason, I wrote it to sound like a John Prine song. That's why John Prine made me think of this song. It's important for me that in 21st century America, since this country is marching with flags flying, crosses raised, and drums beating backwards to the dark ages before this country was founded in the age of reason and the age of enlightenment, back to the days of mythology, superstition, and religious division, that it's important to me that I sing this song every fucking gig I play for the rest of my life. Oh, but listen, it's called The Religion Song, so, and I mean this, if this song offends anyone, I don't care. about a man who could split the moon and even get a wolf to talk. Then I heard about a man jumping out of a boat 'cause he thought he'd like a place to walk. Then I heard about a man said he had in his hand the deed to the promised land. He said, take out your sword in the name of the Lord and kill your brother for a pile of sand. Some say there's a big king watching it all, but all in all he sounds pretty unfair. Turning rivers to blood, then creating a flood. I ain't saying, 'cause I wasn't there. It just seems absurd to be taking the word of another that I don't know well. And it just could be that a king that mean couldn't be big enough to help. Now we've got late night preachers on TV, a rabbi on the radio, born again celebrities while the mullah makes a video. And each one swears they heard the word, assured they heard it right. They say heed the call and build another wall, give us all another reason to fight. Now a newborn baby gets a nice clean slate, but we don't waste any time. Start teaching them the rules in the churches and the schools, at the temple and the mosque and the shrine. We tell them scary tales and fairy tales and kiss common sense farewell. But don't tell them all that a God that small couldn't be big enough to help. Now we've got late night preachers on TV, a rabbi on the radio, born again celebrities while the mullah makes a video. And each one swears they heard the word, assured they heard it right. They say heed the call and build another wall, give us all another reason to fight. While the mullah makes a video, and each one swears they heard the word, assured they heard it right. They say heed the call and build another damn wall, give us all another reason to fight. Now I don't mind saying you find me praying, but to what? I'll never know. I keep reaching for something, and not for nothing I'm content to let it go. 'Cause I've seen a little heaven in my time, and at times I've been through hell. And a God this man could understand never was big enough to help. No, any God small enough to understand couldn't be big enough to help. Amen. Amen.